Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of Mika Samu here on Instagram. I found this artist via the Instagram feed. It was recommended in my homepage, and I was scrolling through their work and I found this. And if you're a fan of the series, or just me, or if you're my my twin, check this out. Let me just find it. First of all, a lot of their pieces can be for the gallery. Like I would imagine their work being featured in some, like a high class kind of environment, which is funny because it's anime. You wouldn't assume it because you would think, oh, it's anime, oh, it's kind of cheap. But she kind of, I think she kind of elevates it to something else. It's conceptual, idealistic, something. Like it makes you think for a second. Let me just find the one I'm referring. Oh, there it goes. Let me just see if there's other images, but look at them feed. Even made a close-up. Diabolical. Oh. I am noticing again when it comes to that gallery point, it's sort of commentary in a way, because I'm seeing in the back. Let me just open the. Can I see the full version? Oh wait, is this a full version, or was that cropped? I think this is the full version. I'm trying to make it load, but it's taking a while. Oh, there you go. That's a pretty big photo, so I do recommend you zoom in, but in the background, it's similar to the iPad UI user interface. So same thing here for the changing the brush size or something. It's over here. I don't have an iPad, but that's my guess. And it's kind of like Procreate, I would assume. Here's a color palette. So it looks like she's not kind of a victim, but it's more of a representation of maybe how she's trapped. I mean, you can see this, like, I forgot the Japanese term where you tie. It's a term for it where it's like almost like an art where you tie the body in like an artistic way. I mean, there's sadistic or maybe even masochistic point to it, but like it's something you experience in art. You know, it's either you're the one who's trapped into this thing as an artist, either you're fixated on it, trapped in it. I'm taking it kind of literally, but I do like this piece because it's not just about the. I mean, I know you're probably thinking, well, but Dave or Davi, you're probably thinking, oh, it's the feed. I mean, it is the feed. I like the feed, but you know what I mean? Like, it kind of makes you think more. And if you see the markings here in the body, you can tell the rope has been there for quite a while, even here in some parts. So there's like it's not new. That's the point. Like, there's a historical thing to it, or it's a habit of some kind. And yeah, to me, it's maybe you're just forced to do something, or you're just trapped. It's more about feeling trapped, and either in terms of doing certain kinds of art, or maybe you have an inclination towards something, and you're just sort of. I like it. I know it can look disturbing for some, but I don't really mind it. Oh yeah, it's Procreate. I do like it. So, yeah, even if it's not the typical types of anime artwork you would see, it's interesting, and that's what I like about it. Like, it makes you kind of think a bit. Like, you want to know, like, what was in the artist's mind, right? Oh my fuck! Is that a pencil drawing? Okay, I'm guessing it was still done in Procreate. Doesn't matter, but their process is essentially drawing things out in this sort of pencil graphite form. And then they'll have a phase where they color it. When they do color it, it's kind of like watercolor in a way. It sort of has a light wash look to it, like it's not too opaque. And they allow the pencil like outlines to be there. Oh, sorry. That. Some shading here and there, but look at how the lines are really, really small. Look at the hatching for these like pencils. But in this case, I would just see the colored version because I think it would be more enjoyable. I think there's a bit of noise added in the end as well. This does seem a lot more like sketchy or more rough compared to this. Oh, I like how the skin here has like, I think they're using some kind of special, not splatter, but a spectacle particle brush. Like a rougher airbrush to do this sort of highlight. I often see this in people who do these sorts of high level renderings. I mean, if you look at this, do you even see the brush strokes? I don't even think you see the brush strokes at this point. Right? And there is some decent amount of hue variety, although you just don't see the brush strokes. Right? This one is a bit green. A bit of purple, a bit of orange. So again, this is more of an art commentary. Sometimes when it comes to these arts, it doesn't have to actually mean anything. And that's what I like about it. It's not direct. It's sort of, you're sort of combining different ideas, and even though it doesn't always have a clear idea, maybe for the artist sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but for the viewer, even if it's not always clear, if it makes you want to discover something, I think it's a good piece because it's fun, it's engaging. Okay, we go further. Interesting, look at this. What the frick is she eating? It reminds me of this commercial from Japan. I just saw it recently. Long Man. Just search for Long Man Japanese commercial. It's kind of funny. Yeah, even from afar, you can tell there's so many hues being used. Some pinks, some purples. And I've seen this in regards to other artists. Oh shit, even the hair has quite a bit of hue variety. Like when you have that in your work, even if it's it doesn't have to be just the body, it could be in the clothes or in the hair even. It just adds a bit of realism to your work. So here it's more about like she's eating some candy, but she also is a candy, meaning she's something to be I don't want to say it, but you know, and then she's showing her like this packet kind of being crushed. I'm sorry, and just sort of eating this candy. So it's almost like she's being consumed. You know what I mean? Like, oh, is there something going on here? I do like it. Again, it's very different from the normal, well, not normal, but typical types of anime art. Like, it's really interesting. I'm so glad this was recommended in my feed. There's also another artist who draws this way, but I can't remember their name. Or I would put them in the same category where there's like some commentary to it. I'm guessing she's really into her process. Wait, let me just check if it's a she, because I think it is a she. Let me go further up. Yeah, so it's Mika Liang or mikasamu, sorry, from Shanghai, based in New York City. I make sociological fiction based in, yeah, just like social, was that the word I was looking for? But there's like commentary to it, based illustrations. Pretty cool. I mean, this one's a little too much because I don't want to get banned, but let's go further. I want to see this because it seems to be like a video. time-lapse drawing passwords. Okay, drawing first. It's all line art. The line art has some line weight to it, some thickness, and then the shadows, darker shadows and the lighter shadows, and the coloring. Interesting, they don't use flats. They sort of airbrush. It feels like an airbrush method. Interesting. It's like let me just like this. She's in a canned product. Like she's part of the fish. Like food to be consumed. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, like what's going on here? Like it makes you think about the darker side, which is funny because if you look at her illustrations, it's all like it seems to be these ones anyway. They're kind of poppy, very colorful, but sometimes they can have, you know, like it's fun to look at first, but it kind of invites you to think a bit further about things, right? The process. Wait, is this the same photo as this? Wait, what's... Wait, what am I looking at? Okay, wait, are they jumping? It's this one seems kind of... Are they jumping off up the building or something? Because you know what I mean? It's so colorful, right? But then you think about it, because let's go back to the original piece. Oh, the main piece. Let me look at this. Let me just open this in a new tab. I'm not sure if this is like the finished illustration, but when you look at it, oh, it's so like poppy. The colors seem kind of, you know, bright. You know, there's like life in it. But when you really read the environment, oh shit, are they ending themselves epically? Would you say that? Right? There's always like a surprise there. Like, oh, it's not, it's okay. The rendering is so nice, and then boom, you get attacked mentally, physically, spiritually. Oh wait, they it's not they never do flats, because I can see some flats here. Okay, drawing phase. There is some ink work. It's not like a pencil for this specific illustration. The flats. Okay, let me just check that out. There are some art styles where they just leave it in the flat kind of stage where there's no rendering. But I do like it when people render a bit more. Okay, so... Oh, kind of reminds me of like the eyes. Lucy from Cyberpunk. I see some gradients, but it's mostly flat, or sorry, it's opaque. Some details for the canned... Oh wait, there are some gradients here and there. But again, it's in the end, it has that watercolor wash look. Oh, this is pretty cool. Wait, let me just see this. Oh, they can do things manually or traditionally as well. Pretty cool. This is a full piece. Oh, it's a video. Wait, let me just see this, and then we'll go to the brown looking one. Right, this one's again, it's more of the pencil type. There's a guitar. She has a mask. Oh, there's some grayscale rendering there. Oh, and then some flats. And then that wash thing in the tip of her hair. In the tips anyway. Look at how watercolor that thing looks. Oh, the background is kind of... it's kind of crazy. Not sure what that goo is. Is that sweat? Anyway, easy. We'll check this one. Once we see this, we'll go back to the top so you can see the more recent ones. Pencil. I mean, the guy is more realistically drawn, but the girl is not. She's more like anime-esque. The lighting is coming from the bottom, and then gray base. Then the colors, like, oh, it's like it's not a flat. Oh. Shadows again, grayscale, and then the flats. Like, I noticed their work, they're not afraid, even though there are some colors, obviously, they're not afraid to make it to have a bit of desaturation in there, meaning it's a bit gray often, like there's like a gray base tone to it. Let me just see this one. This one seems pretty cool. Miku's tummy. She's kind of like, I think Miku is like a Vocaloid. That's what people say anyway. But the point is, she's sort of beyond. Like, she's an eternal character. It kind of reminds me of an anime. I forgot. It's an anime where your artwork, these manga artists, like they would draw, like what they drew in their world would come to life. And they could actually, which is so cool, they could interact with the characters they've made. And the characters they've made, they kind of have their own lives. And it's just, it's one of my favorite animes. It's like Redo the Healer, no. Re-Zero? Well, that's different. Re-something. Jesus, that's over. But I like the belly. So in a way, she's kind of not real. She's like a machine, right? Like an android, almost. Which is sort of a contrast to what she looks like on the outside. Very humanistic. The skin is there, you know, just real. More, you know, she's wearing clothes like a normal person, but behind all that, she's just a repeated, or she's repeatable in a way. That's how I see it. Stylized realism, illustration workflow. Oh, perhaps she has a course. Doesn't rely solely on imagination, not a traditional sketch. How I build a scene from references. Oh yeah, her work tends to be kind of wild. Like it can go like per piece can be like it will surprise you because it kind of incorporates different multiple things. So it's not like the same thing over and over again, which I do like. A clean line work and base with base color with variation. Yeah, we've seen that seems the pencil sort of thing. Very clean, and then the wash like effect. Sometimes there's flats, but the point is it feels like there's variety, specifically hue variety. It's almost like they're using graded maps, like that's what that's what it looks like. Why I don't color on base colors, the layering method. Oh, interesting. So there's more to see here. I'd recommend you read this. Let me just bookmark it to be safe. So she's actually, I'm not, why is she giving this for free? I don't know, but you know, we'll just be happy. Polish, details, depth, and edge refinement. Interesting. This is how it starts, right? Very smooth, and then they make it look more like skin, and also it has that that watercolor kind of vibe. Like it feels extra crunchier, like when they add the details. Thanks for going through the full workflow. Yeah, I'd recommend you read this. There you go. I want to see more stuff before we end the video. I believe this could be another Miku. Hatsune Miku reimagined in Gentle Monster. Interesting. Her name on Instagram is Mika, kind of like Miku. I'm not sure if there's a relation. Oh, well, her name is actually Mika Liang, right? Or something. I don't know. But she seems to have like a fascination for this character. Kawaii. Okay, wait, I saw something, but let me just focus on this. Nice nails. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of. Well, it's not like they're doing it for me, but when they add details in the nails, like, why is that a thing? Like, what I mean is, it's not so much the coloring, because I know people color their nails. It's kind of it's like a fashion thing, but adding actual elements to it, like these things. You know what? I kind of see how it could work. But it has to fit like the color underneath, or complement it anyway. I do like these ones where let me just zoom in. Right, I think that's a tray of food or something. Well, this one is in the middle one is in a maid outfit, and then this one is in like a beach attire. Like, I mean, I'm turned on, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, is this a reflection of me in the bad light? I think it is, guys. Oh, this was pretty cool. This could be is that a skull? Wait, let me just zoom in very quickly. I'm not sure what the thing in the middle is. Because no one stood up for justice, maintaining service level harmony was instead regarded as the behavior of a mature person. This is my first drawing with red as a dominant color. I want to explore my colors. Yeah, well, that's true. Or it looks like it, because oftentimes in the work it's like grayish, or it's a little more desaturated. So having a red in the background, kind of a bold move. Is it Mika? I think it's Mika again, Matsune. Although her hair is shorter. Giving you a haircut. Maybe it's because she gave herself a haircut, so just kind of regretting it, so she wants everyone to suffer. And it reminds me of this study of apparently, I'm not sure if this is true, but when women get haircuts from other women, I'm not sure if it's a joke or if it's like a because I've also seen like a study, but I just forgot what the actual study was. Essentially, when an example is in the comment was this, when you go to a barber shop if you're or a hair salon if you're a woman, like when you ask for 1 or 2 inches to be cut, they'll go for like 3 or 4 or maybe 6 inches. Like they go beyond, and it's not so much that they didn't listen. It's like a subconscious thing where they want to sabotage you. To me, it was very interesting because it's not, it's subconscious, you know. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. That whole sabotage. Anyway, look at this. Thank you for your attention and harm. I mean, this is it's about me. I think the image is part of an ongoing illustration project. It depicts a woman who has been receiving blackmail and malicious messages over a long period of time. But yeah, it's a laptop. I can see it here. He's sort of breaking through. I mean, look at that slime. I mean, you can tell what that is. Not sure what the brown is. Band-aid? No, that's not true. These things, they almost feel like coffee stains. But this one, I mean, I get it. Oh, maybe this is the blackmail, because like she has no choice, so she's sort of haunted by it. I don't know. Or maybe they're using images of her in certain scenes, and then they're using that as blackmail, instead of this being like the actual punishment. Again, there's a dark thing. I think because their trick is they render it so well, or they illustrate it so well, the drawing and then the painting underneath, that you kind of forget what it is. But when you don't move on to the next photo or image, you keep looking at it and you're like, oh shit, like what the you know. I'm very happy, even though this is the kind of work I wouldn't typically like do myself, because I don't want to think too much because I'm kind of brain dead. But I like it. Nice feet. Not sure. Is this makeup? To me, that looks like a protein shake. Oh, is that a cigarette? Oh, she's like tagged. Again, like she's for sale or something. Like you can just order her online. Maybe it's a commentary on how women can be perceived as, you know, this despite the the whole move towards equality. Like subconsciously, they're sort of just orderable. Is that a word? Like you could just order them online. That kind of vibe. Like they're objects essentially, which I do kind of Maybe sympathize is not the correct word, because sympathize, I think it means you kind of like you're kind of that. Maybe empathize. That's the best thing I can do. Sympathize, I think, is a much deeper connection. So we have some photos here. Let me just translate this because I want to see what it's. Woman assisted in. Okay, oh, it's so freaking dark. Anyway, I'm gonna link this page in the description below, and then look at the feed. And yeah, wait, there's another feed here. Apologies. I bet you she's watching this video. Probably not, but there's probably people like, oh my god, like this guy doesn't even get it. I'm sorry, but I just like the feed. Okay, I'm missing the feed. There you go, look at that. Perfect. Yeah, I'll be linking this page in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.